How many fingers are on the human hand? How nuanced are your vocal inflections when you speak? How many titties are you usually supposed to have? These are all questions that Allen Iverson just can't answer correctly. Bro, it's artificial intelligence, bro. What the hell? Artificial intelligence? That's what AI stands for? Who's gonna think that a basketball player is the one that's... Yo, we have to make sure people know. We gotta like make the distinction. Are you dumb? I don't know. People are gonna... How are you even a YouTuber? How are you even a YouTuber if you don't know shit? This thing needs no introduction. We all know that AI has been taking over the internet. There's no escaping it because everyone is using it. And honestly, it's one of the most uncanny things that I've ever seen. Like almost everything made with AI makes my skin crawl. It's super uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie, you know, sometimes it's but it never gets any better than that. Like for example, here's a video of my OC Xavier using his powers, right? Pretty cool, right? I mean, it's not super polished, but whatever. Now here's a video of my dog Zorro dancing. This is creepy as fuck. But despite how terrible it looks most of the time, people love it, especially in entertainment culture with people using it to pump out meaningless slop at a fast rate. I mean, it's super simple. All you gotta do is type in a prompt and it'll make your truest desires come to life. And it only takes a couple seconds, not to mention it's cheap, so y'all already know. Every big industry in the world is gonna go crazy with it. AI in video games, AI commercials, AI music, Timbaland. What's up with you, my nigga? And of course, what we're here to talk about, AI in anime and manga. Now, I know you may be thinking, AI has absolutely no place in anime or even art in general. And I agree. To an extent, please don't kill me. Believe it or not, AI actually has some functionality in the space of anime. If used correctly, AI can work wonders for the artists and animators that work from sun up to sundown to bring us these products that we make entire YouTube channels to complain about, lightening the workload so that these animators and mangaka can be more comfortable making bigger, better, and more ambitious pieces of art.
Are you serious?
They were never gonna use AI to give us a better product. Let's be so for real. And it's all because of some lard ass sitting in an office with no passion for the works that are being created and only gets off to the sound of his money counter. So even though there are ways that it can help, I'm about to spend the next couple minutes explaining why none of that even matters and AI will destroy anime if something isn't done to stop it. Make sure you guys subscribe, leave a like, hit that hype button, and tell me what you guys think about AI.
Can we get much higher? So high.
AI stands for artificial intelligence. It's literally just having a computer do something that you as a human could do with your own brain. In order to generate anything, AI has to pull data from billions of pictures, videos, and documents on the internet. Which is funny because it's like less artificial intelligence and more like compiled intelligence. All it's doing is taking content that took actual brain power to make and then smushing it together in this uncanny amalgamation of data. Think of it like this. Every single time you use AI,
you're Shao Tucker.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you sit with that. Think about that on your own time. Now, it seems like it's a pretty new thing, but there's been early versions of AI as far back as 1950. Most of them were basically glorified calculators, but also they did have the ability to do some sort of automated reasoning. Early versions of AI weren't that impressive, which begs the question, how did AI make its way into animation? Ironically enough, AI started through something that anime fans generally dislike: CGI. In its early stages, it had almost nothing to do with the actual animation and more with post-production. Things like video stabilization, color correction, or syncing audio to video. This is fine. I think this is a good way to use AI and cut down production time. Most people would kill to have a robot at least cut some time off of the post-production process. But when it comes to animation, post-production isn't where AI is most useful. Where AI really comes in clutch is through tweening or in-between frames. If you guys don't know how animation works, every show that you watch has to go through something called the animation pipeline. The pipeline consists of many different positions occupied by many different people. Every second of animation, there's at least 5 people who had their hands on it, editing it in some form of fashion. Remember that for later. People who draw the more detailed and stronger poses are called keyframe animators, and the people who connect those frames together are called in-between animators. Hence the name, they draw all the frames in between the keyframes that make the animation feel extremely smooth. There are tons of frames in between every few keyframes, which means these animators have to draw thousands and thousands of pictures. As you could probably infer, That's pretty tedious. That's where AI would come in. In certain cases, AI can be used to draw some in-between frames for these artists to save some time. This is where we start getting a little more divisive. Do I think there's anything inherently wrong with it? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. On one hand, I know if I was an in-between animator, this AI would probably be my best friend, because it would definitely speed up the process, especially if I have to draw two frames that are really similar to each other. But on the other hand, it also could end up being my worst enemy, because it could steal my job, causing my wife to leave me and take the kids. In-between frames are very important to the fluidity and style of an animation. They help with how stiff or how loose you want your character to be. Y'all remember this frame of Sasuke doing the fireball jutsu? People spent a lot of time clowning on this specific frame by calling it quote-unquote bad animation, when in reality, this is exaggerated so that we can feel the full force of this fireball jutsu. This dude Sasuke throws his head back so far he goes off model, which makes his fireball jutsu look powerful because Sasuke puts his whole back into it. The nuance in these in-between frames are not only important to the animation, but also cannot be replaced by AI. AI wants to make sure that everything is perfectly on model with little to no alterations. At least it tries to do that. If AI was used for these tweening frames, it would make this fireball jutsu feel completely stiff, which is why it's important to use AI in moderation for things like tweening. Now, what I've spoken about so far doesn't seem to cause that much concern, right? Video stabilization, syncing audio to video, hell yeah, we can use AI for that. Tweening frames for smaller character movements, hell yeah, we can use AI for that. These things would definitely speed up the process without taking the human element from the animation. Plus, if AI could save us some time, maybe I could actually go home to see my family tonight while still making a quality product. Aw shucks, I kinda like this robot. With AI, absolutely nothing could go wrong.
I used to have hoop dreams until I found out there were other ways to score.
With any technology, as long as somebody sees a use for it, it's going to keep evolving over time. And everything that I just spoke about was how they used AI over 25 years ago. Nowadays, we have been introduced to the ugly, void of nuance, stiff as my dong after a Saturday night with your bitch, generative AI. The difference between this AI and a lot of the AI back in the day is that the only real human input that is needed is words. It can generate literally anything, videos, pictures, songs, and even voices with the tap of a button and little to no effort. This is the type of AI that's destroying anime. But it's not really just the AI, it's how it's implemented. I do still believe that we can find some usefulness for this AI, but these anime production companies are so money hungry that we should have known they weren't going to use it to make their employees' lives easier. If there's one thing that we know about anime production, it's extremely time consuming and requires a buttload of hard work. Not only that, but a lot of the people who do animation in Japan end up getting the short end of the stick, putting in hours and hours of work just to get paid like a Wendy's cashier, while at the same time having strict deadlines that can change in a heartbeat. All of these things piled on top of each other is the reason why we get shitty anime adaptations like the current One Punch Man Season 3. So of course, the next best action would be to make AI create a smoother workflow for the animators. But these company executives are so greedy that they're still putting their animators through the same shit and having them use AI to cut costs at the same time, which means the same shitty work hours that leaves the employees pissed off, a terrible anime adaptations which leaves the fans pissed off, and the only people that benefit from it are the production committees that don't even care about what they're adapting. Here's my thing, right? I'm pretty sure that AI has been used for a lot of animated projects that we don't even know about, and that's fine for two reasons. One, because I can't tell. If there was AI used in Demon Slayer, we wouldn't give a fuck, because Demon Slayer looks amazing. But there's absolutely no way you're gonna tell me that not only is this show's animation terrible, but you guys are still cutting corners with AI, and I can clearly see. I can't believe this. And it makes it even worse that it's not even just tweening for AI or stabilization, it's generative AI. They are using this to literally create whole scenes from scratch. What type of lazy shit is this? Do any of y'all niggas know how to go plus ultra? Stop being so greedy and put the money out for a good product, a product that we would all love, so that you guys can continue working. I guess in Japan, they don't have this saying, scared money don't make no money, because their business model is putting in the minimum amount of bread that they can spend, not properly feeding their employees just to put out something that we don't even like. One Punch Man Season 3 is an abomination. It's honestly worse than Blue Lock Season 2. And you may be saying to yourself, well, in One Punch Man, there's actually way more movement than Blue Lock Season 2. And yeah, there's no doubt about it. But there shouldn't be any reason why I see 3 boobs on this bitch. 3 boobs. How could you let this slip out? How? Remember what I said earlier? Every second of animation has at least 5 people touching it, which means at least 5 people saw 6 fingers on this motherfucker and nobody bothered to fix it. I feel like these animation studios have to go on some sort of strike against these production committees, because they're the ones that are walking away with most of the money, whilst the animation studio, you know, the people who are actually doing the work, are walking away with nothing, and it causes them to do lazy stuff like this. I think what's funny is that anime studios know that the way they are using AI is inherently bad, but they're gonna deny it to the high heavens because they know it's shameful. It's like they got caught masturbating or something. Like, at least admit to the fact that you're using it. Stop lying. This opens the door for so many possibilities, because despite all the shenanigans, they know that if people are fans of a series, they're going to tune in no matter what. And that mindset right there is going to destroy the industry as a whole. Not only that, but it's kind of disrespectful and a slap in the face to the fans. Like, for example, what's gonna stop them from making a completely AI generated anime? They're already getting pretty close. Amazon just released a dubbed version of Banana Fish. Now, I personally never watched Banana Fish before, but people say it's one of the best niche anime of all time. And you know how Amazon wants to bring it to Western audiences? By giving us a fully AI dub? That's right, no voice actors, just computer. What a bomber ass clat this. Yes, I'm a dub watcher. Shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, don't think that manga and comics are safe either. There was a webtoon author of a series named Windbreaker that got exposed for tracing over AI art.
You stupid.
Laziness. The person who made that Jujutsu no Kaisen spin-off thing using AI. Like, stop being lazy. Go plus ultra. You gotta put the work in. All right, you know, I'm sorry for spazzing out, but honestly, bro, this upsets me. As somebody who makes art and content for a living and tries to put 100% of my soul into what I do, seeing AI used this way is completely disheartening. Industries are using it for the wrong reasons. And if this keeps going, AI will not only destroy anime, but just creative content in general. And I'm pretty scared for that, I'm not gonna lie. I've spent almost my entire life trying to make content, sharpening my skills so that I can make people laugh, make people feel emotion. And sometimes it can feel like, what's the point if there's computers out here just making it in 5 seconds? Moral of the story is, please just give us a good product. And remember, people only have 5 fingers on each hand.